It is my honor and privilege to present the 2019 Grey Cup presented by Shaw to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Grey Cup champions.
A big night in the CFL. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers lifting the Grey Cup for the first time in 18 years, and that means one fan is wearing pants tonight for the first time in a long time. I'm assuming, Richard, that's what we have you here for. You're going to tell us why.
You heard correctly. This astounded me. This is a great story. This who we're looking at here is Mr. Chris Matthew, who in November 2001 told his friends he would never wear pants again until the Winnipeg Blue Bombers won the Grey Cup. He figured, Faiza, they would win it a few days after that when they played in the 2001 Grey Cup. They lost that game, and they haven't won since up until last night. And so true to his words, he didn't wear pants for 18 years, wearing shorts wherever he went. Even in the wintertime, he said the hardest part was shoveling the driveway. Well, Faiza, last night, the Blue Bombers won, and take a look at this. Chris finally got to put on his first pair of pants in 18 years.
Oh, thank God.
He was asked how he feels, and he said, quote, "I'm not sure yet because it's all new to me now." His wife, pictured on the right there, called him an idiot for doing this for 18. You know what I'm thinking, Faiza? I'm thinking that's a great way to support your team. Maybe I won't wear pants until the Leafs win the Stanley Cup. What do you think? No, crickets? No? You don't think? No?
I mean...
I thought it might be a good way to support the Leafs. You know?
I mean, you go for it, but it could be a really long time, Richard.
I think they're due. I think they're due, Faiza.
Listen, I support whatever you do, but just make sure you're moisturizing.
I need to get maybe a bit more sun than Chris had there. We get a little bit of a tan going first, Faiza.
That's why you're super special to us here, Richard. Okay. The inventor of the World Wide Web is expressing some regrets tonight. This
is interesting. Tim Berners-Lee, widely credited with inventing the code that invented the internet back in 1989. He says he wishes he could pull the plug on it. He says it's created a digital dystopia, and he says the world is threatened unless we tackle all the privacy concerns associated with the internet. Take a look.
10 years ago, if you go out to the street and ask people what's wrong with the web, they say, nothing, it's great. Now, people are worried about privacy. People are worried about what happens to their data and the way it gets manipulated. They don't know suddenly from trusting the web and just going to Wikipedia for everything. Suddenly, they don't know what information to trust. And
He's urging governments and companies to implement 9 key principles, including suggestions that governments make sure everyone has access to the internet and that people should have access, he says, to whatever personal data is held on them and have the right to object or withdraw from having that data processed. You know, a lot more attention, of course, being paid to this with the way, Facebook can influence elections. We even have U.S. politicians calling for maybe a breakup of Facebook and Google. So it's pretty interesting stuff, Faiza, don't you think?
Yeah, there's a lot happening in that Facebook. Do you Facebook regularly?
No, I'm getting more into the Instagram. 680 News has their own Instagram, so does City. And I like to look at all the pretty pictures. And you have a great Instagram account, too. I know you couldn't give that up, Faiza.
Never. Never. It is my one passion in life.
Loves her Insta, Faiza.
I do.
Great tweets about the newsroom, by the way, and all the great camera operators City has.
Right? Okay, let's talk about someone else I love. There's a fierce debate going on about the origins of Santa. But before we get to this, Richard, don't go telling me that he's not real.
No, of course, 100% real. The question, though, is where is he from and where does he currently live? There's a Santa's village and in Sweden, and that's where they said that maybe Santa was from. Apparently there was a radio broadcast back in 1927 that said Santa was from Sweden, but the tourist board of Finland, Faiza, says, in fact, no, he lives in Finland. So a big debate going on about this. Of course, we were all told, I think, that Santa is from the North Pole. The first reference to that him living there was back in 1866. Currently, by the way, no one owns the North Pole. It's situated in international waters. However, the closest land is Canada, is Nunavut. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that the tourism board in Sweden, they got it wrong. Santa's Canadian, right?
He's Canadian. You know what?
100%.
I'm down with that. I think if we say it all the time, everyone's going to buy into that.
He's in the Eaton Center right now, so go visit him.
I can see him from here.
Thanks, Faiza. You have a good night.
Thanks for joining us. You too. Bye, Richard.